honestly one of my favorite. I'm so glad that I booked it. But it's so beautiful. I'll show you girls my room if there's nobody there. It is super cute. So they have this bunk bed. They have this bed. And then they got some lockers over there. And then we got washrooms and bathrooms. And honestly, the train is right next to the train station. So it just takes me like 10 minutes to get inside Venice in itself. But yeah, super cute space. We got bathroom. This is probably like honestly one of my best and like most favorite hostel so far. The reason is because it's usually like, you know, when somebody's using the bathroom, usually they will always have either this and then they'll have a bathroom. And then if somebody in the morning needs to take shower or, you know, needs to use the bathroom, it's super loud in here. But this has this space. But then if you need to use the bathroom in itself, it's separate. So that way more people can use it. And then the rooms. Oh my God, let me tell you, the rooms are absolutely stunning. I am so glad to my own self, my previous self, when she was making the reservation for this place. It's not inside Venice, but I am so glad that it is not, because it's cheaper and it's so much nicer and it's right next to the train station. So yeah, so I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna head to bed, and then I'm gonna see you girls. Welcome everyone! Today is the second last day here in Europe. I'm in Venice right now. I was just in this hostel. Pretty cool. But yeah, like as you can see, the trains are behind me. I am right next to the train station. So I'm just gonna go just heading to the train station to go inside Venice. So this is not the main Venice. This is Venice Mestre. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. But yeah, like alhamdulillah, we made it to our big, long 25 days. Today is the 24th day of the Europe trip. I was calling it my appetizer trip because I was just getting a taste of all the places in Europe, staying there 2 to 3 days just to see which cities I like so that I can always come back, inshallah, hopefully, inshallah. But yeah, I pretty much saw all of Venice yesterday. Like there is not much to see, but yeah, saw the Venice, went to the St. Mark's Basilica and St. Mark's Square. Today I'm gonna go see the Doge's Palace, which is basically Duke's Palace in this case. It's supposed to be pretty like crazy, beautiful, and you know, very luxurious. Venice has a huge history. It used to be the center between Byzantine Empire, which is like, you know, the Islamic side, to being like Istanbul, Turkey, and then also the Roman side, the Roman Empire, obviously towards Rome and the rest of Europe. So it was like a very beautiful, prominent place back in the day. So it's kind of cool to see how the two worlds kind of came together in one spot. So yeah, so I'm gonna go grab the train, get it inside Venice. Last day. I am a little sick, but I definitely want to try gelato. I haven't had a chance to try any gelato so far. I tried the pizzas, I tried the pastas. Oh, the truffle pasta in Florence was so good. So I'm gonna try, because then I go back to Canada and it's cold and I can just rest. So I'm gonna have a little bit of hopefully gelato today. But yeah, come with me as I go through the last final day here in Europe. So welcome to Venice. So as you can see, all the islands, they have over 100 islands here, and they're all connected with these bridges like this one, but smaller ones all throughout the city. But the fun thing about this place is, the story goes, is Venice is known as a city which is the sea bride. So because Venice depends on, the trade of the sea to come through for its, for its living and for its well-being. So every year, apparently, the Doge would get on his amazing boat, which is so beautiful. It's nothing like this, but like way more beautiful. And he would get out in the sea and then drop a ring, a jewel ring, to renew the anniversary of the marriage between Venice and sea. So this is such a cute, beautiful story of Venice. But yeah, it's so beautiful in the morning. It does get very dark at night. But yeah, so come with me as I explore the rest of the city. Square. I'm gonna go to the Doge's Palace, which is right next to me, and this is the same horse, Piazza. It's so wonderful. I'm freezing. It's freezing me more than it is seducing me at this point, but it is such a cool view. I am both cold and hot at the same time, because the moment I'm in the shade, it's cold. The moment I'm in the sun, it's warm. It's kind of like in Halifax, where I live in Canada, where it gets really cold. It is 8 degrees after all, so I'm not surprised. Well, I would rather take this than, knee-high snow right now. But yeah, so this is the city. I am not gonna go to the Doge's Palace, but that's the Doge's Palace behind me. But yeah, I want to go get some maybe gelatos and have like a nice relaxing last day here in Venice, because I think the charm of Venice is mostly about, getting lost in the city and like walking around the city and just enjoying it. And apparently, this is the interesting thing. This water that you see here, this water right here is apparently shallow enough that you can get to the other side without getting your hair wet. And this is kind of very cool. Like, you could literally just like walk if you're tall enough to get to the other side. Probably not me, but but you can get to the other side. And this is the reason. This is one of the main reasons that the city, nobody was ever able to attack it, because the water is not deep enough for big ships to come in. So these gondolas are the only things that, and the little boats that goes around in the water, those are the main things that, can go through this water, because the water is so not deep. But yeah, let's just explore the rest of the city and just, let's see if we can find ourselves a gelato shop and just have a nice relaxing day. We have acquired ourselves some gelato, so let's sit by the water in the sun and get some sun in there. And let's get some. All of this area is covered in water. They will put those tables and benches back to back to almost like create an elevated pathway for all the people to walk around the city. But yeah, let's just enjoy the last little bit. It's so nice and warm. I just have the gelatos, but yeah, I cannot get enough of this beautiful view of Venice. in Venice having pasta. Subhanallah, like I'm at the end. Honestly, after getting to Venice, I was like so happy because I was like, I couldn't believe that alhamdulillah I made it to my 25 days of travel and alhamdulillah made it till Venice. In architecture school, we studied so much about Venice, about the city, and the fact that it floods every couple, it could flood and it could like not exist, and it's been flooding since the 5th century, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, like everybody just like travels. I even came to this island using a gondola, like the ones that you guys just saw. And yeah, I've just been traveling and alhamdulillah it's been going really well. I got sick in the middle of all this, but I couldn't stop, and I got really, really sick in Rome, to the point I thought I got COVID. I hope I didn't. But yeah, I got my some really nice pasta with pecorino cheese, truffles, and mushrooms. Truffle seems to be a huge deal in Europe. No, not in Europe, in Italy. Especially in Florence, there was truffle crops everywhere. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The fact that I can just sit by here and watch as people's lives go by. Most of the gondolas are for the tourists, but yeah, it's pretty nice. And this pasta is so good. I am having my pastas. I didn't really have a lot of pastas because I was really sick in Rome. I had cacio pepe, which is basically pepper, black pepper and cheese, and then yeah, I got a lot of like cheese. Like I really wanted to try some of the cheese stuff, but I couldn't go out because I got so sick for the most part. So I had to take like one day to just like chill. I like lost my voice. I still lost my voice a little bit. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. Alhamdulillah for everything. But yeah. Something very unique about Venice is that they have their 2 islands where they have glass bead creators, so they make glass, and some of the jewelry that they have here is so beautiful and unique because they're made from like glass. I think these are made from glass. I could be wrong. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is made from glass. And it makes it so cool and so unique. The things you see in Venice. I have seen so many of these all around the city. It's always really nice to have it. But yeah, so come with me as I make my way to the Doge's Palace. I'm literally here the day before Christmas. And it's like 10 o'clock. The entire city is pretty much very, very quiet. Honestly, I'm so happy because I don't think on a very busy day I wouldn't be able to enjoy Venice as much as I'm enjoying it right now. It's cold, it's like 8 degrees, and it doesn't get very hot within the city because the buildings are so close to each other. The sun doesn't get in unless it's right above. But yeah. Okay, anyway, I don't know where that water is coming from, but yeah, this is the view. Venice will then open up in these little piazzas. Well, they're not very little, they're really big, so it's kind of like it gets really eerie. You don't know who's gonna come around the corner. It's kind of creepy at times, especially at night. Like yesterday I was going back home and it was kind of creepy for me at one point. But yeah, because today is the 24th, so it's the day before Christmas. So the city is very quiet. Not a lot of tourists around. There's still people around, but not as much. But yeah, like look at this. This little alleyway. You have no idea what's on the other side. You can kind of see it, kind of see glimpses of it. But yeah, so it's charming, but then at night it gets really creepy. And I will show you girls some like mask shops. So the thing about the mask shops is that Venice has carnivals. So every year before Easter, before Lent, they have something called a carnival. As you can see, the houses don't have a lot of privacy. The moment you're outside the house, that's it. Like, you are right in the center of everybody. Like, everybody's walking around, and usually I can imagine with like so many tourists all around the city, it can get very daunting because you have no privacy whatsoever. But essentially, what happens is that a lot of people have a lot of privacy and things like that. So people will have something called a carnival. And carnival is they have a lot of masks, which is very interesting. It kind of creeped me out, I'm not gonna lie, yesterday because I was like, what the heck is this, right? And so I walked there and then, oh, this is so cute. But yeah, so basically I saw the carnival masks and apparently people will dress up like as if they're in the 18th century, I believe, like those really big ball gowns, and then they will put on their masks, and so they will go to these like big lavish parties where these ballroom type dances, and like, you know, they will rent out palaces that they had like 400 families that used to govern the city of Venice, so they have a lot of palaces, and so they would basically rent out these palaces, and you have tickets that are from $100 or 100 euros to 3,000 euros, and people go to this like extravagant parties, and they do it right before Easter to kind of like have fun and get it all out of the system, quote unquote, before Lent begins, where they give up meat and like other food and things like that. So yeah, so these are the masks I'm talking about, but these are just the basic ones. Let me show you some really cool ones over here. Check these out. They have literal Venice art. Like, how cool is that? These are some really crazy. So this is what they usually wear. They wear clothes from the century. They dress up with masks. No plastic, all masks are handmade. So yeah, all these masks are handmade. This is so pretty. So yeah, so this is the waterway. As you can see, the gondolas behind me. The boats are very fancy. So if you have a boat, you know that you got either some money to be able to have the boat, but a lot of the gondolas are not out and about today because everybody is taking a day off, I guess. But yeah. We have acquired ourselves another ice cream, the last one of the day. As I'm leaving the city, it just looks like a whole new place. At night, it looks very stunning, very cute. But yeah, we are heading to the station. Last day here in Venice and last day of my Europe trip. Last day here in Venice. I'm just gonna get my pasta. I have some bread left over. I will definitely miss the food. The food has been absolutely wonderful. But yeah, the last couple days here in Venice and just finished up, just came back from Venice, here at the hostel right now. Honestly, it's been such a journey. Alhamdulillah for everything. Let's try this. So, Bismillah. Just got to the airport. We're gonna head out. We're heading out to Zurich first, inshallah. airport in Switzerland. Oh, it was such a beautiful view. I got to see the Swiss Alps, which was so nice. So yeah, we just made it to the Swiss airport.